Hello, welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Edward Heim, and in today's video, we are going to mix some paint, colored paint, into a couple different types of white paint, and we're just going to see what happens. What do different whites do? Is there a benefit to using other whites? Without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so in no particular order, we have titanium zinc white, regular titanium white, and flake white replacement, meaning it has no lead in it. If I had leaded white, it would also be included. In a future video, I will definitely do that. For now, these are the three whites that I happen to have on hand, so that's what we're going to work with today. Okay, so it's a little hard to see, but there are subtle differences between these three whites. This is the titanium zinc, which is leaning cooler in this direction. Then in the middle we have titanium white, and then far right leaning towards a warmer version of white is the flake white replacement, or the non-leaded white right over here. And that's true. So I notice from using the leaded white, it definitely appears subtly warmer than titanium white, and then the zinc white being a little cooler. I don't have any pure zinc white. That would be cooler still. Some artists have a problem with the zinc component of a zinc white, citing the brittleness and weakness of the white when it's cured. I don't have any examples to show you because I haven't experienced a breakdown in the paint quality. It's not something I worry too much about. I don't really use the zinc titanium that often at all. It does sit in my box. You know, my personal favorites would be this titanium white when I want to do super intense bright highlights, and then my go-to is this flake white replacement or an actual leaded white. I use those interchangeably. They seem to be accomplishing the exact same thing. It's very easy to overpower color with straight titanium white if you're not careful. Leaded white or the flake white replacement, you can add much more white. You know, you get to that point where you cross the line and have to start your color mixture over again. So to these colors, we're going to add a little cerulean blue. It's just the first thing I grabbed, no particular reason why I took this other than convenience. So my game plan is to mix equal parts paint so you can see what's going on. And maybe I won't use my favorite knife. Maybe we'll use this little guy for control. Okay, this is the zinc white. I'll do my best not to shake my camera. I really do need to find a better solution to this. Anyone has any ideas, please let me know. I guess I would need a separate tripod or something that's not attached to my desk, because the subtle vibrations are what's shaking it around. Okay, anyway. Got a little hair on that. We don't need that. I got white paint all over my hands, that's fine. Alright, so paint is good. I just wanted to make sure that there was no separation in the oils. So we're just gonna like roughly eyeball paint quantities for these mixtures. I'm gonna grab yay amount of the cerulean blue. Actually, what I'd like to do is let's prepare these amounts first, then we'll come back and we're going to mix them together. So just make sure there's no separation here in my titanium white. I haven't opened that tube in a little while. This is more opaque than the zinc white. Again, just eyeballing quantities here, just trying to keep them roughly on par with each other, just as I can do without getting out some measuring instruments. Okay, finally, we are going to go into the flake white replacement. Same thing, let's give that a mix. That's definitely stiffer than any of the others. It's so cool how they do that without having any lead in it. This deserves its own video. I love it that much. Oh, that would be a good video. Actual leaded white compared to this. Okay. Cool. All right. Let's mix these guys up. All right, so titanium zinc white. All these piles have roughly the same amount of their white component to the blue component. So zinc is a transparent white. I remember when I was a kid messing around with pure white zinc, and it was so weird and frustrating to me because I didn't understand why it couldn't cover up dark things. You know, what did I know, right? It's because it's transparent. If any of you use only zinc white, I'd love to hear from you and your experiences with it. I would be very interested to find out because I have not touched that in a very long time. All right, I'm just going to wipe the knife off quickly. And now we're going to mix up our next pile. This would be pure titanium white mixed into the blue component. Okay, so that's definitely lighter, which was expected given the strength of the titanium white and its opacity and its ability to quickly obliterate a color mixture if you are not careful with it. Okay, finally, our last mixture, the flake white replacement. The flake white replacement will not have the same power as the titanium white. But it is certainly more opaque than a zinc white. I promise you that. Okay. So here I have my sheet of disposable paper palette. A waxy coating on the surface. That's what the shine is. So let's take our first mixture. Get that out. Give it a scrape. Okay. Wipe the knife off again. Do the same to the other mixtures. Okay, here's the titanium white mixture. Oh, that is pretty. That is pretty. Last but not least, flake white replacement mixture. That is so much stiffer. I gotta hold this thing down because it's gonna get pulled all over the place. That's how stiff this is. Okay, let's take a closer look. Hope you can see the differences there. They're subtle, but they're definitely there. This is by far the darkest, the flake white, by far the brightest. And then somewhere in between is that zinc titanium mixture, because that zinc is more transparent, so it's, you know, negating that opacity from the titanium white. You could definitely paint with only titanium white. You just get comfortable with it. Learn how to use your materials. You don't need to use other whites. I just like to experiment and try different things. And for me, I like using the flake white replacement. It's just my go-to. And then that titanium white, pure titanium white, that comes out when I want very powerful end of painting highlights, because it is so much more stronger than the flake white. And then the zinc titanium I don't really use. I have it. It's not like I'm going to throw it out. I'll think of something to do with it. But yeah, there you go. Hopefully this gave you a little bit of direction and helps you out. If it did, I'd ask that you please subscribe, like, and share. It does help out the channel. I greatly appreciate it, and thank you for watching.